We're getting more of Daddy Jenkins Bluesky fic. Where is it going and what does it mean? Rhys Darby is doing all the things right now. Is he entering his famous era? And Con O'Neill is giving us words of encouragement. What are his Valentine's Day plans for his fans? These headlines and more on today's Gay Pirate News Hour from the Our Flag Means Fanfiction podcast. Woo! Today is February 1st, 2025. And on the episode this week, we have Andrea, a super fan of OFMD from Long Beach, who is heading to New Zealand on Monday.
Yeah.
I am so excited for you. And I would be like jealous just in your direction if it weren't for Belle is also going to New Zealand very, very soon. So basically, both my jealousy eyes are going like sideways in multiple directions. So Belle is now a regular on Our Flag Means Fanfiction and also going to New Zealand, as I said. And I'm just congratulations, you guys, on making good choices with your lives, I guess, is what I'm saying. How are you guys doing?
Good,
surviving.
good.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm glad you're doing well, Belle. I am surviving.
Well,
I am okay.
I've decided that this is my fighting back. I'm
Oh,
going to be
yeah.
happy. I'm going to be smiley, and I'm going to be just cheerful all the time.
Yeah, I love that.
That's what I'm gonna do. That's my thing. Yeah.
Yeah, we're not going to let the terribleness get us down. We are going to, because we know that karma is gonna karma.
Right.
We're gonna maintain our good karma. We're gonna fight where we have opportunities to fight, and when we don't have opportunities to fight, we will plan and plot and sabotage, which is what we do as pirates. And in podcast news, we got a download from the island of Reunion. And I was really excited because I'm like, Reunion, I have no idea where that is. And then Chloe, who's also going to New Zealand in like June, Chloe said Reunion is where the Malaysian airplane pieces like floated and wound up on the beach, and I'm like, that's really cool. So whoever you are in Reunion who is listening to the podcast, I would love to hear from you because I think your island is really cool and there's a lot of stuff there. I'm like, and now I want to go to Reunion and I don't know, find out what the secret of the Malaysian missing aircraft is. And we also podcast update. Those who brought you Our Flag Means Fanfiction are bringing you a new podcast every Friday. Our Flag Means Fanfiction isn't going anywhere, of course, but we're just adding to your listening pleasure. And Haunted Hollywood Hour has a new episode coming up. We're going to actually record it after this episode is over with. We're going to do the Queen Mary, and we have lots of interesting factoids, me and Andrea, about the Queen Mary. So definitely check that out. And we might go live on Haunted Hollywood Hour on our Haunted Hollywood Hour YouTube channel after this is over. I think we're going to do that. Let's do it.
Okay.
So yeah. And in real life news, as we've talked about, things are terrible. Queer and trans literature might be targeted next. So I recommend everyone download your favorite AO3 fics just in case and buy all the queer books. You can go to lgbtqreads.com and get great lists of books by orientation, by pairing, by theme, by trope. And I would recommend starting with young adult and children's books because those are going to go first. And we gotta buy them, we gotta save them, we gotta collect them, and that way, when all this terribleness is over, we can disseminate them on the down low, and then we can also protect them for future generations of kids. And we gotta make sure that history knows that throughout the 2020s there were queer books getting made for kids because kids deserve to have queer books, and we're not going to let history forget that was happening, right? Okay, so in the chat, we have a bunch of people joining us. We have little old me saying hi, Ringa saying hi, and Ringa is also saying, I love the Queen Mary. It's going to be a good episode. I think you'll enjoy it. Ringa's just such a blessing. Ringa also, we got to give Ringa a shout out for doing all the fandom news on this episode of Gay Pirate News Hour. Thank you, Ringa, because I was like, how do you find out all this stuff? And Ringa's like, you have to go to various websites. So I'm like, I'm not gonna fucking do that. So let's get started on fandom news. So Rhys Darby performed in San Francisco, which was very fun for multiple people who got to see that and be a part of that. And he posted about it on his Substack. Do you guys have any details on Rhys shows, Rhys San Francisco? Because I have something that I want to share.
Go ahead. All I know is what's been on the Substack.
Okay, well, that's what I want to talk about that.
Go for it.
Because that's what we do. We wrap up things that have been various places. So my favorite thing from Rhys Darby in San Francisco on the Substack is he posted about before the airplane script reading. He had a good time the night before. He was a little hungover. When the car came to pick him up, he laid down in the back seat of the car, and the car was going to pick up someone else. And the car picked up Jennifer Tilly, and she was signing autographs. She was chatting to the driver, and Rhys didn't want to suddenly emerge from the back seat and scare her. So he just stayed laying down in the back seat the whole time, not saying anything. And I love this story because this sounds like something I would do. And then at some point she turned around and she's like, you've been here the whole time, just laying back there, not saying anything. And I love that story. I love it.
Yeah.
That is so peak, the vestiges of British awkwardness, that has seeped into the culture still over there. That's 1000% that. So good.
And so he did a live reading of Airplane and wrote about it on his Substack, and he's going to be performing in LA next week. And I am financially stressed right now for various expenses that have come up. And I'm like, I really want to go, but I'm really, really poor. And and I think I'm just gonna go anywhere way and just the universe will take care of me. I'm just gonna go because that's what I do. So I'll be there to sketch a drawing.
It's an investment in yourself.
Mm-hmm. It's true.
And I think that's worth it.
Yeah.
What if you see him at a restaurant again?
Well, I feel like I have to maintain now I've done a thing where I draw a sketch of him at every of his thingies. And I'm like, I just have to keep that going.
Yeah.
So if it's going to cost me the Uber drive and the ticket price and the expensive dinner beforehand, I'll just do it.
Yeah.
I
agree.
It's for our guy, our favorite guy. And plus it's going to be a good time, and money, it just causes problems anyway. Belle, you are going to be seeing Rhys Darby in Austin, aren't you?
Yes. So the week right after that, Rhys will be in Austin. The Texas contingent of Our Flag Means Death will, of course, be there en masse. We're already planning for a dinner beforehand and all of that good thing. So very, very excited about that.
So just for those of you who have not been keeping track, Belle is going to be seeing Rhys Darby in Austin and then seeing Rhys Darby in Wellington.
That is correct.
At some point, is he going to put the pieces together and be like, wait, there's that person again?
And you saw him at Heathrow too.
Yeah, so when he just announced his dates when I saw him at Heathrow, and I told him, which I think just made me look like a psychopath. It's like, hey, I'll see you in. Okay, that's fine. So yeah, I think I just came off a little stalkery when I met him.
Honestly,
So
though,
he must think that you have like unlimited funds to travel the world to follow him around.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. The cast is I was just confused. Go, wait, weren't you at where are you from? Where are you based? Did okay, just that's fine.
I
So
I hope he just like knows that we are not crazy.
yes, that's
Well,
correct.
we're
What
crazy, but not
respectfully crazy? I would never
in a
do
bad
anything.
way.
Yeah.
We're
Um,
cute.
yes,
We're
yes.
cute,
We're cute, crazy.
right? Oh, well, congratulations on making so many good choices with your money. And
Thank you.
Yeah, really good.
Yes.
and he said that recently, okay, how about this? Belle, talk about
Yeah.
Rhys's recent interviews.
So I was able to catch a few things that he's done. So he talked about in different mediums or different places. So he got a few interviews that I read, and I should have probably written exactly where, but I know one where he talked about he said Our Flag Means Death was his favorite role, which of course was fantastic.
We
Yeah.
agree. Yeah.
Yes. He also said Monty Python Flying Circus kind of made him who he is as a performer and as a comedian, which I thought was great and very appropriate because I still think that Raddy Raddy Raw is the New Zealand version of
Monty
Monty
Python.
Python Flying Circus. So I loved hearing him say that. And then he gave an interview in New Zealand, and he was basically just talking about the upcoming dates and the tour that he was about to do. And the interviewer asked him, what do you think, because you've been in comedy for so long, for years and years, decades, what do you think about how comedy is today, where you have to be careful not to offend people and you can't say anything about women or race? And the way she put it was like the LGBTQ consortium or something. A very weird way of putting it.
She
And
obviously doesn't know what's going on.
yes, yes, because he immediately came back with, I think it's fantastic. And I think if you have to use those things to be funny, you're being lazy. And we were of course like, yay, Captain, you're great.
Of
I thought it was very funny that this interviewer obviously didn't do their research.
Yeah, didn't know what was going. But
Yes,
also, like, I mean, the bar is on the floor.
yes, this is very true.
So good job.
Like
Yeah.
you did it.
But he did it, which is
You did
a
it.
lot to be said
A lot
for
more than others are
a male
doing.
comedian in general to be able to see the bar and step over it rather than continue to dig a trench underneath it.
Under it.
Yeah.
Absolutely, 100%. So yeah, made us very happy.
Yeah, that it was a really I also read pieces of that also where who knows. But he also shouted out of course Flight of the Conchords, which
Of
is
course.
one of the greatest
Yes.
pieces of media.
Yes.
And
Yes.
again, we can you can draw a line between that to what we do in the shadows to our flag, and without Flight of the Conchords, who would we be? Who would I be as a person? Probably not even less well than I am now. So I love that he mentioned that show.
Uh, and I love that he just talked about his interests, which include period costume dramas like Bridgerton and Downton Abbey. And I'm like, love to see a cis man who is whatever, straight or whatever, but like talking about his love for period costume dramas. Love that. Also love that he's an Eddie Redmayne appreciator. And yes, indeed, Day of the Jackal is very good. It fucked me up, honestly. I'm still like, my nervous system has not recovered, but I feel like Dave the Jackal is a really great series if you like a little guy who wears little outfits and also kills people and is probably evil, and you watch it and you feel very uncomfortable a lot of the time, but he's still a little guy and he's got freckles and his face does emotions. It's really good.
Golly, I think you should write intro to movies and summaries. I think that would be amazing.
I was actually thinking, what if I do a film review Friday on Haunted Hollywood Hour where I review whatever I've been watching in my way of reviewing things.
I love it. I love it.
We also got stills released of Rhys in both Love Hurts and in the Z Suite, and he in Love Hurts, he's just a little guy with his hair. He's got bangs, and he looks scared. And in the Z Suite, he's still a little guy with hair, and he's got but he's got rings, and he looks like this. It's really good. And by the way, for those of you who are watching the podcast, I was just making like a little cringy face to kind of depict what Rhys was doing in the Z Suite. It was just kind of like a little cringe face, or kind of awkward. And also, Belle, do you want to talk about the Sundance Film Festival?
Yeah, sure. So another Substack bit where he talked about going to the Sundance Festival to support Buttons and his wife, who premiered or showed their documentary Prime Minister, which is about Jacinda Ardern, the Prime Minister of Aotearoa. And Jacinda was there and introduced the film, which was fantastic. And Rhys goes on about drinking in hot tubs, and that was just a tease, no photos, no nothing. And yeah, and just shenanigans with Buttons in the snow and walking on the streets, and just it was a good time. It was a good video.
And I have to say, I really appreciated, again, feminist Rhys this month. Well done. Good job, sir. He says, I think hopefully this doco will inspire young women to never give up the idea that they can be the best leaders of the world.
Yeah.
Girl. He just knows how to say the words. Good job. I mean, acknowledging that the bar is on the floor, but he steps over it every time, doesn't trip. Andrea, any Rhys news that we didn't cover yet? Any comments?
Y'all are the Rhys experts. I'm just simply here to be amazed by everything that you know.
Okay, David Jenkins news. He's been posting more of his Blue Sky fic. And Auntie's showing up, Jackie's showing up, Zhang showing up, and Wee John as Bloody Nellie Blay. Who wrote this? An homage
that was me.
to Nellie Bly? Okay. Or is it a pun? I mean, knowing David Jenkins, it has to be an homage to Nellie Bly. And what if in season 3, Wee John has his undercover investigator plot line?
Makes a lot of sense. Right, because they're there, essentially in the speakeasy, like spying, right? Getting ready to do something against Prince Ricky. So yeah.
Shenanigans are afoot.
Makes sense.
Yes. And Wee John can do disguises. He can do makeup. Right. He's a big guy, so he could be a tough guy he could be like, hey, English people, I could be your guy, right? And then I'm
your muscle. Yeah. But also I'm a drag queen, and a really good one.
Yeah.
I love all of those potential pathways for him.
So Wee John, spy, potential investigative person. That is a season 3 plot line. That is a possibility. I think we're excited about that. We also saw a little bit of the Swede, a little Olu, and Ricky is about to give a speech on Christmas about how he defeated piracy. And we know that the pirates are going to do a little something. Something's happening, but it's been a little while.
Yeah. Doesn't Christmas feel like 6,000 years ago at this point? I was just thinking that. I was like, wow.
3.5 years ago, last Christmas.
Yeah, because it feels like, I mean, it was a month ago that we got to start reading this, and it feels now like it's been 8 years.
I mean, yeah, there's been a new administration. It's a new era now, definitely.
Yeah,
It's
a sense of time. It's throwing off my sense of time. But yes, a
yeah,
Christmas speech, and here's hoping we get more at some point.
yeah. And I just want to go to the chat. Mr. Button says, cute, crazy, not dangerous. Yeah, that's gonna be my profile little blurb. Cute, crazy, not dangerous. Someone, Keiki 313 says someone needs to get Rhys into another role with epic costumes. Oh my God. He needs to be in something with ruffles, something where there's so many potentially thingies. Dracula sort of thing. He's talked about that before. Yes, absolutely. I definitely love the 1700s. That's like my era. There's little waistcoats like that with the little fringy, the colors, the
I'm gonna
breeches
say
with
it
the little
now,
socks.
Rhys Darby for Bridgerton.
I
Let's
know.
write him a
Yes,
character.
let's do it.
Oh my God. I would actually start watching that show again.
Right.
Listen, it's not, I wouldn't say it's good, but boy is it entertaining. I will watch that show regardless, but I would watch it really hard if he was in it.
Oh my God. Right? Right? Or Downton Abbey. Make him a duke. Make him whatever. I don't care.
Yeah.
A
Yeah, they
prince.
they keep putting out movies. Just get him into one of those.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah. Uh sorry, I got sidetracked by mental visions
Visions.
of period costumes and Rhys Darby wearing them, and I was just like, brain stopped working. Okay, Andrea, you mentioned David Jenkins supporting our victims of wildfires. Go. What's it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So as I think everyone knows at this point, LA had some very big wildfires at the start of the year, devastated several communities. But one of those is the community of Altadena, which
Mhm.
was hit by the Eaton fire. Um, and David Jenkins knew at least two people impacted by that, a couple named Carolyn and Jamie that he shared their GoFundMe. But he also shared the GoFundMe of Mike Berlucci, who is the director of photography for Our Flag. And one of the things that, we love most about Our Flag is how beautiful it is. And Mike, definitely we can thank for that. But he fully lost his home.
Mhm.
So David shared his GoFundMe on Instagram and Blue Sky. So check that out if you haven't already.
And the fandom like really did a good job of filling up
Yeah.
that GoFundMe with. So they're good. That made me feel so good.
Yeah, I mean, if there's anything we know with this fandom, it's how much we care and will come together. But yeah, it was nice to see, of course, David supporting his friends.
Yep. Yeah. And the wildfires are out now, I believe.
Yep,
It rained.
100% contained, both of them,
Okay.
the Palisades and Eaton.
And what does contained mean? Does that mean like they're out because it rained? Like how are fires? How are you going if it rains?
Yeah, I am not a fire scientist. I believe that they are not out, but they are, they cannot spread any further at
Okay.
this point, and they are
So
very much in control.
I will step in with some very frightening things. When fire gets big enough, a rain is not going to do anything.
Yeah.
That's
It's just
insane.
yes.
What?
I also found out
What?
about this on a recent trip to the north where we were having a tour and they said the fire jumped the river. And it was a very wide river. It wasn't like a stream. It was something where you could barely see the other side. So it gets hot enough, and you have hot air and the little pieces of debris
Yeah,
that are
yeah, the
coming off
little
the
stuff
fire,
flies around.
and
That's
it
yeah.
just goes and just it jumps over water. It's what fire does. It's absolutely frightening. It's just very yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
And we were lucky by the time we got the rain here, the fires were already much smaller. So I'm sure it helped. Um, and I think we might get more rain this week as well. Then of course, then we deal with landslides because it's never easy here in Southern California. We like to keep it interesting. But yes, it has been a challenging time for us folks down here, but everyone has been very helpful and wonderful in this fandom and otherwise.
Yeah, good job, guys, for funding the people that need help. And also, there's been some volunteers. So all of you doing that stuff, good job. Let's go to Taika news. Belle, what's Taika doing?
Well, Taika's been on holiday with Rita over in Australia, actually.
Aw.
So we've got some beautiful new photos of them both in in bathing suits, which has been absolutely lovely. We all love that. So
Yeah,
lots of
well done,
coverage of
Rita,
that.
for just staying in shape, exercising, eating right, looking great. Awesome.
Fantastic. And of course, I adore Taika, so
Yeah,
he looks
yeah,
amazing to me.
Taika,
I just
good
want
job for
to,
just being Taika.
yes. So lots of co insane amount of coverage that they get.
I know
Just
every single day Rita does something. It's in the
yes.
news.
And I one of the few things is I saw in the French news, I thought that was very interesting. They really harped on the age difference. And I
Hmm.
thought it was very big of the French
Yeah, I was
to be
when I saw that, I was like, really, the
yes,
French of
the
all people?
French. Okay, interesting. He's throwing stones
Yeah.
there. Interesting. But yeah, that's what he's been up to.
Yeah. Yeah, good job, Taika, enjoying life. And but he was also on a set taking a little nap as
Oh
he did.
yeah.
But
Yes,
he's a brilliant director, and it just goes to show that self-care is a really important part of being a really great artist. And
Mhm.
he takes his naps and he looks
that's
cute
right.
doing it.
Because he's a kitten.
Yes. And Con O'Neill news. Belle, go.
Yes. Well, Con is bringing us another treat for Valentine's Day. Is the Into Me, uh, a momentous show. It's coming up on the 9th, so next weekend as well. Um, Tickets are still available, shopstand.com. They are $25. And it's going to be amazing. I'm being teased things. He has to, outdo himself from the last one where
Mhm.
we saw him without trousers. So Con, don't disappoint us.
And you fandom Karens out there, get your pearls ready.
Yes.
Get like
Get
at
ready to
least
be
40 of
upset.
them ready because you're going to clutch your little pearls. You're going to be like, and let's make sure that we rate the momentous Is He Into Me with how many pearls have been clutched during the course of the event.
Yes, let's make the fandom cams cry if we can.
Find out
Please do so.
how many have been harmed.
Yeah, your
That is
favorite.
correct.
Harmed.
Yeah,
My favorite
harmed.
word. How many have been
By
harmed by Con O'Neill
Can
and
I
his
just add that every time you're talking about like pearls getting clutched in this context, my brain goes to anal beads every time you say it. And I'm like, am I onto something? Is this a vision?
there's connection. It does remind me, like, one time in a group chat, like someone put like the hands praying and the beads,
The
like the
prayer
prayer
beads.
beads, and someone was like, "What does the anal beads have to do with this?" I was like,
the fandom, we have
oh.
a specific kind of mind.
Yes, yes, the Apple development team was like, we absolutely need an icon for anal beads. Can y'all get on designing that, because it's an important part of online discourse.
That is correct.
And Christian Bell, what's Christian doing lately?
Christian, oh, he's been actually doing a lot of chat shows.
On in
Lots
his
of
famous era.
yeah, he's been obviously promoting the book. So yeah, and he's been doing the shows, of course, with now I'm going to forget, of course, because I didn't write it down. But he's been active and doing things. So he's been doing the rounds. I've just seen clips of him going
Yeah,
around doing different chat
and
shows.
he had a little mini We John Wednesday solo show because we thought Nathan Fode was going to be with him, but then I think Nathan canceled, and
Mhm.
so he did a little solo. So you can head over to his Instagram and see his We John Wednesday solo show where he just showed his stuff that people have given him, which is
Uh,
nice to know. Oh, what was that?
Can we go back to Samba news and
Oh
for
my God, I
the
totally
April
skipped over
event?
Samba.
Because
I'm sorry.
I am obsessed with the baking classes, so please.
Yes. Tell us about the baking class that Samba's doing.
So it's only been teased. So it says save the date April. So I guess everybody just block off April
Yeah, the whole
in your
thing.
calendar. I kept looking. I kept thinking I missed it. No, it's just April. But yeah, he's going to be another momentous event, and it's how we profit home. So it should be a fun and exciting, yeah,
Oh, I'm gonna
event.
And what is
fail.
So
that word? I've never
It's
seen that.
a French profiterole. It's like a little if you're
fritter,
listening, I'm doing a gesture of a small circle. It's like a
a
little
fritter,
guy.
a
It's
kind
a
of
little
yeah,
guy.
yeah, it's a little guy.
And you
Yeah,
like put stuff in it, no?
I think so. I think it's like a little
Like
like
a
a
dough.
not a dumpling, like just
Like
have
a
a
like a little bread ball with stuff in it.
yeah, yeah. That's
Okay.
what I think.
It's very
Profiterole.
French.
Very French.
So I just need to tell my traumatic stories of his baking classes. So I love his baking classes. I've done every single one. Obsessed. I've made that mac and cheese so many times, and everyone's like, "This is amazing. What's your recipe?" I'm like, a man from the television. Um, but because I can't have gluten, I'm not supposed to have sugar. So when I'm making things, I'm trying to do live substitutes as he's talking. And the amount of abominations I have made during his cooking classes. When we did the peach melba pie, I got my ratio wrong of like the thickener because I couldn't use the one he recommended. And so I made like a concrete, just like a ball that was supposed to be like the actual, filling. So yeah, a profiterole sounds almost impossible with, gluten-free flour, but you know what? I'm gonna go for it. It's gonna be great. And I can't wait to show you what comes out.
Good. Go for it. And I'll maybe eventually make his mac and cheese vegan somehow.
Yeah, I mean, I make
Or
it with like sheep milk and goat milk instead of cow milk, and it works fine. So yeah, you can make it vegan.
okay, cool, cool.
Let me know.
Yeah.
Let me know if you end up with that recipe, Carly, because yeah.
Yeah, then I'll do his next thing and I'll see how I can make it vegan. I'm sure there's always a way,
Yeah, I
right?
There's
think
always
the
a
the
way.
hardest thing is the sugar substitute because if you're using regular sugar, that does make things
Yeah.
more, it works better because I'm using like honey or something. No
Oh,
good.
it makes it
But
really
I keep trying. I'll try.
uh okay, so wait, is it Samba's birthday today?
I believe so. Isn't it? Was it yesterday? It's
Hold
today.
on, I'm Googling it.
You guys check. So is he a
Just
February
posted.
1st?
February 1st, it's
It's
today.
today.
Oh my God, he's an
Woo!
Aquarius, right?
Aquarius.
That's that's amazing. By the way, did I ever get your guys's astro info? No, we meant to talk about it, but we never did. Andrea, do you know what you are?
Of course, I know my whole chart.
Okay. Oh, good. Oh, good.
But
What's your, what's your
I would love for you to guess what you think my sun sign is.
Oh, well, I want to know what your rising sign is.
My rising is Scorpio, which is weird.
Oh, wow. Okay, cool. So, but your sun sign, it must soften that somehow, or whatever your Mars placement must be. Um, what are you? I mean, something about you gives like Virgo or Cancer vibes. Are you
Oh
a
no.
Virgo?
Mm-mm. I'm a Sagittarius sun, Leo moon. So I'm like psychotic.
Oh, wow.
With
Well,
the
and
Scorpio rising, like what a disaster.
Scorpio rising, Sagittarius sun. Okay, so you're all about the money
And
and
Leo moon.
Leo moon. Okay, cool. So you're also famous. Excellent.
Yeah,
That's
obviously, so famous.
fantastic. Belle, do you know what you are?
Yeah, so I'm an Aries rising
Oh, wow. That
with
makes
an
sense.
Aries sun.
Yeah, fire
Oh,
signs.
wow. You're
And
super
yeah,
famous.
super. And then I'm a Libra moon.
Oh, there you go.
Nice.
Okay, I'm a Libra moon too. So that's how we connect.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, wait,
Excellent.
Carly, what's your sun and moon?
So I'm a Libra rising and a Virgo sun and a Libra moon. Yeah.
Much Libra in there. Very nice.
Yeah. All my planets are in Libra, just like a Libra, Libra, Libra. David Jenkins was born 1 month after me.
Hmm.
We are, yeah, and Beyonce was born 2 days after me. So me and Beyonce are astro twins
Wow.
because our charts are almost like identical.
That's amazing. Well, and
Yeah.
I think of Beyonce, I think of you, so that makes sense.
Yeah, exactly. So alike, so
So like,
famous. So yeah. So talented, so famous, just all over the place. Uh Vico news. Belle, what's going on with Vico?
Well, I mean, I don't know if everybody already knows, but she has started doing Today in Gay. So it is
Yes.
a news hour. And of course, given what's been happening lately, there's been a lot of updates on what's happening, but also lots of encouragement from them, as well as obvious frustration and yeah, just showing the fear and the worry. So it's been a few weeks here.
Yeah, and I want to make sure that we acknowledge the folks in the chat as well. Ringa says, Andrea, string of pearls is right there. I'm sure that was like a great comment about our anal beads, pearl clutching, something, something. Uh, X, oh, you people with your complicated screen names, XAUN, Xenanthropus says he was also going to put it up on Twitch, We John Wednesday. And also for those of us who deleted our meta accounts, oh, he's going to put, Christian's going to put We John Wednesday on Twitch for those of us who deleted our meta accounts. That makes sense. Mr. Buttons confirms it's Samba's birthday today. Keiki313 says someone usually uploads We John Wednesdays here on YouTube too. Excellent. And that is all really good information. Thank you guys. Yeah. So Vico shared this really long, beautiful thing on Instagram that goes, grief is such a painfully fascinating, terrifying, devastatingly beautiful and powerful experience. I'm in constant awe of its transformative prowess. I must confess, I am in the thick of it, discovering the times I am paralyzed by it, as well as times where I surrender to it and witness how it ebbs and flows within me. They go on, they write so many powerful, amazing things that are very healing and affirming for all of us who are devastated by everything that's happening in the country. And Today in Gay, their podcast is a really nice salve to the terrible. So definitely check it out if you guys haven't already. Wherever you get your podcasts, Today in Gay, they do news. It's they always put a little positive spin on everything, and it's a positive vibe, and it's all gay, so it's fairly good. And you can vote. Oh, in Just Tom news, you can vote for Just Tom for the Queerties, and the Queerties at thequeerties.com. And this must be something that Ringa put up for.
I love the queer teas. I vote every year. I get very excited. And I did vote for Just Tom for
okay, for
category. Whatever it was.
What category are they in?
Let me see.
I have no idea.
Was in was it comic? That would make sense.
Comic.
Yes, it was for comic.
Okay, good. Okay, cool. Yep, there he is. Okay, make sure we vote for our guy. Just Tom, vote best comic, queerties.com. Go, go, go. Now, Ringa has put together a fandom events roundup, which I think everyone needs to go on whatever social media you're on, find Ringa and say, Ringa, thank you for collecting all this fandom events thing, because I sure as fuck wasn't going to do it, because there's a lot of things that are going on in the R Flag fandom. And how do you keep track of these things? We need like a single calendar that has all the things on it, because I'm like, anyway, if someone out there wants to do like a calendar that has like all the things on it, like you and Ringa should collaborate on that and make that happen. How are you guys doing so many things? Okay, so the WeCon is an OFMD con for the fans, by the fans in Edinburgh. October 31st to November 2nd. I'm guessing that is 2025. Find their Kickstarter for early tickets at OFM Community. I don't know if that @ is on Twitter or Bsky. This con is being run by a Muse of Fire and the lovely creator behind all the OFMD Muppets. Excellent. That should be fun. The new Unicon is in London on June 20th to 22nd, and I'm assuming that's 2025. And despite having the same name as an upcoming US OFMD fan con, it's completely separate. Oh my God, you guys. This one is an intimate weekend with 300 fans and 4 to 6 celebrities. Oh, interesting. Tickets start at £270 and include one autograph from each guest. Follow them on @siren-events. And I'm assuming that's on Twitter, what the @ means. Correct me if I'm wrong, Ringa, who is watching on the YouTube. Ringa says maybe okay. Oh, all the @ are Bluesky. Okay, cool. Thank you for clarifying. So for the new Unicon is on for the new Unicon on Bluesky. And then there's a bunch of project signups. Reverse Big Bang writer signups are now open through March 8th. Visit @OFMD Reverse Big Bang to sign up, and that is on Bluesky. Signups are now open for Gods and Monsters, a digital charity zine focused on Izzy Hands that is folk horror themed. The zine proceeds will benefit the Trevor Project. Sign up at Izzy Hands Zines by February 14th. And fandom event weeks. Good Lord, there's a whole lot of them. February 2nd through 8th is OFMD Disney Week. It's a celebration of all things Disney at OFMD Disney Week, all one word. February 2nd through 9th is OFMD Omegaverse Week. Woohoo! I was not previously one who understood Omegaverse, but after doing the 2 Omegaverse episodes for this podcast, I am now a fan. I enjoy it. I'm an Omegaverse enjoyer. And prompts are available at @rflag Omegaverse, all one word. And February 3rd through 9th is OFMD Rare Ships Week, a time to celebrate all those lesser known ships. Prompts are at OFMD Rare Ships, all one word. March 10th through 16th is OFMD Knife Week, celebrating knife play and knife works at OFMD Knife Week, all one word. And the rest is March stuff. And I'm going to save that for our March Gay Pirate News Hour. And we also have a bunch of giveaways, donations, sales, etc. The care and keeping of unicorns and Izzy-centered food and beverage zine is free, but accepting donations, which go to the World Central Kitchen. The last day for donations is February 14th. Get the zine and donate at Izzy Hands Zine. No S. Izzy Hands Zine. No S. I don't know what the no S means. Izzy Hands Lives zine is still giving away more copies signed by Con O'Neill. To enter, just donate $10 or more to one of their 4 featured charities at Izzy Hands Lives zine for details. Oh my God, we got through all the fandom news in 45 minutes. Good job, guys. Give us a hand, because usually, let's just say we go on for way longer than we should.
So,
And
sorry, we forgot. We missed something, and that was Con's inaugural day message to
oh, we
fans.
did. Let's circle back to that.
Let's talk about that. So, Mr. O'Neill, that man, he basically just posted telling us to breathe, that we will be okay. There are a few things I love more than hearing that man breathe, so that was amazing. He also did it whilst wearing a tank top, showing his gorgeous chest, and at the gym. So it was basically the kind of thing that made me be under a table for a few minutes just trying to calm down. It had all of my triggers, happy triggers, good triggers. Yeah,
Aw.
so if you haven't seen it, it's in his Instagram, and it was and threads, and it was absolutely glorious.
I'm so glad that that was a nice experience for you, Belle, and everyone who is a Con O'Neill enjoyer in that way. But yeah, also love the good messages. I also got to say, love the men in this show and everyone who is involved in the show being like these are the men who will be allowed to survive the purge. Let's just say that.
That's a good way of putting it.
Okay, the bar is on the floor, yes,
Yeah.
but occasionally they do like lift the bar up a little bit and then they hop over it. So
Mhm.
good job, and Con O'Neill it goes above and beyond. Very good guy. Good
Mhm.
example of his sex. And the thick Rex, who wants
Yes.
Andrea, tell us
I
your
have one. I have
yeah.
one that I really like, and is sort of relevant to fire conversation. It's an AU about, again, Gentlebeard. Sorry, everyone. I know that's like so not interesting, but it's my favorite. But Gentlebeard fic about Ed and Steed as like fire watchers up in the wilderness. And it's called 7.3 Miles by Foxtails. That's the first installment. And then there are two more I haven't read yet because I'm saving them because they're so cute. But I just really liked it.
And what do you like about it? Give us your pitch.
It's spent, they don't see each other, I guess, spoilers. They don't see each other until the very end. So the whole relationship building is happening through like communicating on like walkie-talkies, basically. So it's this really really deep dive into Steed's character in particular, and kind of how he's feeling about himself um and also like a really very descriptive like of the imagery of where they are, doing this watching for the fires. And yeah, it's just really beautiful. And I'm an indoor cat. I would never want to live this life, but it's nice to read someone else doing it and having a good time.
Yeah, and so they're firefighters, right? Is
They're
that
like fire watchers. They're like in like watchtowers 7.3 miles away
okay?
from each other, hence the title. And
Oh,
they never see each other. They're just on walkie-talkies like, do you see that fire? Okay, I
yeah.
went out. Okay, talk to you later. And it kind of starts out like that and then
Oh,
turns into, yeah, this relationship.
yeah, but what you said about the indoor cats, like that is one thing I really respect about firefighters is I wouldn't.
I wouldn't. I simply would not.
So I'm glad there are people who do.
Yeah,
And
totally.
because yeah, absolutely bless them. They save people's lives and houses and put out the fires. Like yeah,
Yeah.
wow. Scary and physically demanding. Two things that I don't do well with. Firefighters.
Yeah. I'm one for creature comforts. So
Yeah. Yep. Yep. We have good things in the chat. Ringa, I'm sure, is so frustrated with how I read all the Ringa news, all the fandom news. Mr. Button says Wednesday, February 5th, this week is hashtag save queer stories. Partnering with fandoms will raise awareness for at Save Queer Stories, independent study and campaign for queer representation on screen. Woohoo! That sounds like all the good things. Excellent. And Ringa says there's at Izzy Hands zines and an at Izzy Hand zine, which is why I said no S. Okay. And and everyone for real attend Con's next class next Sunday. You will not want to miss it. And XAU and Therapopoulos. I don't know. I don't know how to pronounce your screen name. Gentle Beard is my favorite, and that fic is wonderful. Good taste, Andrea. And
Yes, thank you for the validation. I appreciate it.
Ringa-san says, I would have hoped on, but I thought the app was full today. No, you would have hopped on. Ringa, come on. I assumed that you had like eye surgery and were like resting your eyeballs or something. So yeah, no, you are 100% always. Everyone also is invited to be on Gay Pirate News Hour all the time, every day whenever we do this. So Ringa, if you want to hop on now and give us all of your chaotic Ringa energy. I literally thought the reason that you weren't doing this was because you had eye surgery. So thank you. Thank you for being a blessing to the fandom as always. I'm I love how Ringa is growing increasingly frustrated with how I'm doing over here. Ringa's like, Kylie. Okay, so I think I got everything on the chat. Ringa, hop on right now. Hop on Zoom. Show us your face. Be on here. Okay, well, while I'm waiting for Ringa to hop on, Belle, do you have any fic recs?
Okay, I will recommend two fics that had me crying this week. So that's fun. But they're wonderful. So one of is Next of Kin by Kizzy Meow Meow, and it's a sprizzy fic on its modern day AU. Lucius works retail. Izzy is an orthopedic surgeon, and they meet, and of course, neither of them think they're lovable, and they fall in love, and it's absolutely fantastic.
Oh,
So crying through that one. And then this one, I was actually listening to the pod fic by Ninja Knitter, and I literally found myself just bawling my eyes out
oh
whilst
my
walking my
God.
dog. Yeah, that was very, I was like, I was not ready for this. So out in the street. But it's Throat, Goat, so Throat Goat by Nomadsland. And that's a steady, no, a Gentle Beard one, modern AU. Um, Ed is a pop star who is very, 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 very famous, and he develops vocal nodes. And Steed is a voice specialist, a throat specialist, so he goes to him, and love and romance ensues, and it's a very long one and gorgeous, and yeah, it's absolutely lovely.
Yay. Excellent.
I love that. I think I have that on my to read list. I'm gonna for sure bump it up now that you said that. I
Yes,
love that.
and again, to Ninja Knitter, please. On top of that, they sing during
Oh my
the
Wow.
yes, and so that's when I broke. I was just walking my dog and bawling because it was so beautiful. So
God.
great job.
Ringa, I am devastated that you haven't been on this Gay Pirate News Hour. Where are you?
Oh my
Where's your
God.
face and your voice?
Ah,
There. Okay, I hear you. I hear you. Okay.
okay. Can you hear me?
Yes. Give
Oh,
us.
wait, where's the video? Is it working? Is it backwards? Oh my God, hi.
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 Yay. Okay, Ringa. So what's your commentary on anything that we
Okay,
haven't covered that you think we
I
should
know
cover?
since you guys did so good, you were like under time and everything.
I know,
I'm
right?
very impressed with you. Um,
Yeah.
So, well, real quick to address you, I did have eye surgery a couple weeks ago, but that's not why I literally thought you guys had your four people. So I was like, someone's gonna pop in here any second. And just so
Ah,
happened. I have been out with like a stomach flu for the last week. So that's been super fun. But otherwise, no, I'm just laying around reading fanfic. and looking at
Oh.
pirate events that are coming up. So
Wait, did you and
Uh,
Belle match on purpose?
I was about to point
Oh
out.
my
did we? Oh my
God.
God. You know what? You know what's funny is though, no, I'm like laying in bed, with no clothes on, watching you guys. And when Carly was like, pop on, I was like, okay. And I grabbed a shirt from my Our Flag Means Death pile of shirts. I didn't even like think about, yes, you're wearing the same as me, but it's
Uh,
perfect. It's perfect, Izzy Swallows, because this is from Con's last class. and
yes.
it's on theme for his next class, which you can get these shirts are available again on shop stands. So if you missed them the first time, there's this one, and then there's a nicer one that says it's about belonging to something, and all of the little pins and stuff, so you could go get those. They're available on shopstands.com when you go buy your ticket to Con O'Neill's event for next Sunday, which is going to be incredible. And I can't tell you anything about it, but he's going to sing, and that's not a secret because it was on their description. So you definitely want to go
Predict
see that.
how many pearls will the fandom Karens clutch?
Everyone. I cannot wait to talk to you people after. I can't wait to talk to you after the show. I because it's so frustrating how little I can say right now.
Is he going to cause harm?
Yes.
People will be
I
harmed.
mean, yes. He causes harm just by existing. I don't know if you heard that rumor,
Wait, what
but
rumor? What? No.
he causes harm just by existing.
Okay.
He's very troublesome.
He's problematic,
he's
right?
he's our problematic babe. For real.
Problematic and harmful and
Harmful.
causing emotional distress.
Speaking of
Detrimental.
emotional distress, by the way, I can't stop staring at the art that's right behind your head,
I
Ringa.
know.
And I'm
I
just
keep
there trying to
forgetting
pay
it's there
attention.
until I do one of these Zoom things, and then I'm like, oh yeah, that's back there. It's funny because my landlord had some guy coming to take pictures of the apartments in our building for some reason recently, and he was like, oh, don't worry, don't like make a big deal to clean up because he's just popping in real quick to take a picture of each room. And I was like, cool, I'm not gonna then because my place is a mess and I don't care. So, but he definitely popped in and took a picture of this, which is my bedroom. And I was afterwards like, oh, I hope he got a really nice shot
Nice.
of Izzy's tits in his picture.
I have to say that in the chat, Ninja Knitter popped in saying, good art makes you feel things. And Ninja Knitter says, listen to it. We wrote songs for it. Oh, wow. So they wrote songs for the Throat Goat and
Yes.
sang them too.
Yes.
Oh my
Yes.
gosh.
Yes.
That's
It's
amazing.
glorious. It's amazing.
Ninja Knitter, I'm a big fan of your work.
And
Yes.
Keiki313 says it's next level with the singing. And Mr. Button says Twin Tops. And Naja, I'm Workshop, says Ninja Knitter is great. The first podfix of OFMD I listened to, where Throat Goat is a fandom classic gentle beard. And Naja also says, also wanted to rec Happy Boy, Happy Diaz. The sound effects are marvelous. I just listened to Life Finds a Way and had to stop several times out of sheer terror because dinosaurs. And Ninja says, one Happy Diaz put so much work into Life Finds a Way. He built the sound from scratch. Wow, that's amazing. See, so much talent on this ship.
Why are we
So,
even
Or
being
even
pirates?
pirates.
Oh, I do want to add one thing to everybody who is watching and listening. Keep requesting the Our Flag Means Death cast for your conventions. Every convention you see, anything local, all of the GalaxyCon ones. SuperCon now has a request form up on their website to request celebrities anywhere that you know of a convention. Doesn't matter how big or small, because put the idea in their heads. The more that we demand them, the more likely they are to appear at places. They don't have anything big booked as of right now, so we want to get them booked. We want to see them out in the world again. I know that the um the the new Unicon, the one that's in England, it's so funny that they picked the same name, but I mean it's a great name.
Yeah.
But that one, they do have somebody confirmed. They haven't announced it yet, but they keep teasing this big announcement. So they've got a celebrity from the show confirmed.
Okay.
But which is going to be awesome. That sounds like a very cool little fan convention, kind of like what the Republic of Pirates event was in London, like
Okay.
in November, where it was just like, one weekend of all the same people hanging out together in a hotel. If you've ever been to a supernatural convention, but with creation, it's probably similar to that, where it's like kind of everyone's doing the same thing all the time. Like there's only one panel, everyone's at it. If there's autographs or something, that's all that's happening. Like there's not, like at a regular Comic-Con, there's many different things going on, and you might miss somebody's panel because you're in an autograph line or something. But with these like small ones that are just very inclusive, you are doing everything 100% all the time, because you're not going to miss anything, which is very cool. And it's a smaller group, so you get more one-on-one time.
Cool. And so there's a con in the UK that has 6 celebrities.
Yeah,
You said,
that's the.
do we
Go ahead.
know who those people are?
No, that's the one that they said they have somebody that they're going to announce soon.
Okay.
But they haven't announced them yet. So, yeah, should be interesting. If nothing else, as I've said, on a previous one of these, I think this fandom generally is a really good time for fans to all hang out together, and typically a lot of us know each other. So, if nothing else, conventions just to go hang out with other Our Flag fans are very cool, and there's always lots of giveaways and cool cosplays and events and stuff. So, and that one, the one in London, is also going to have a drag show at it, they said. So very fun. Those are always super well done. This fandom is incredibly talented in every kind of way.
Yes. And speaking of talent, you, Ringa, have podcast episodes planned, at least one. Aren't you going to be doing a real person fic episode?
I am. I know. And that was, excuse me, kind of sidelined by my stomach flu, which I was hoping to like maybe record it this past week. But yeah, I spent most of the week in the bathroom.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's okay.
You're better now, though?
I am much better now. I'm actually going to attempt leaving the house today, which is, I can't wait. I am not a sit still and stay by myself kind of person. The pandemic was really rough for me. So me being home by myself all week, I've been like, oh my God, what am I doing? So, and my cat has not been helpful. He just wants to stomp on my stomach. Not a good thing for stomach flu.
Yeah, cool. So I'm excited. You're gonna record the real person fic episode very soon. That'll probably go up middle of February sometime. And I told you it needs to be messy and controversial.
Right. Well, it's gonna come after Khan's show, so I wonder if it will even like have a chance to be controversial after whatever's going to happen there.
Or will you capitalize on whatever happens?
Or will we just like level the harm? So Khan's thing will happen. People will be, I have been harmed. I have clutched all my pearls. My pearls are broken. I have no more pearls to clutch. Then we drop the real person fic episode, and everyone who is harmed by Khan is just going to be more harm. This fandom is harmful. This fandom is dangerous. This fandom is toxic.
Yeah. I mean,
and then I have no more pearls to clutch. All my pearls are destroyed. I'm gonna have to. Would you clutch when you don't have any?
Yeah, what do you clutch when you don't
Get
have
a
any
hobby,
pearls?
get a life, do something else. I don't know.
Touch
Just
some grass.
They have to touch grass for the first time
Yeah.
in their lives. They have
That's
to go
gonna be
outside.
rough for them. That's gonna be hard.
And then maybe at that point they will be healed, because it's like it's levels of harm, rock bottom, no more pearls to clutch, outside, touch grass, look at the sky. Oh my God, the world is bigger than internet discourse. And then suddenly the R flag fandom is more powerful than it's ever been before.
True.
We're like the super Luigi, and we take on the billionaires, and communism reigns across the land.
And we win.
And we win.
And we win. What
Yeah.
if Khan's spicy, thirsty class is so like amazing and just mind-blowing, and it just heals everyone? What if
It
instead
harms
of
so much that it heals.
Yeah. Full circle.
what if
Goes
it,
all the way
what
around.
what if it converts some of the antis? What if you are all now Canyon because of this?
I mean, that's probably what will happen. Let's be real. That's the most likely
The
outcome.
power of Khan is it cannot be overstated.
Well, it's true, except when it isn't. It's true. You can't help but love him until you hate him. But
Okay.
he loves that too. So
Okay.
all good.
We were on time, but now we are over.
But then you made me come on the
my fault. I want to do a quick wrap up of the comments. Ninja Knitter says it may be among the things I made for the fandom. Why are we even pirates? The one in Scotland is saying they will have 4 to 6 cast guests. Oh my gosh, that's amazing. Keiki313 says, I'm very jealous. The one in Scotland sounds amazing. Naja, I'm workshop, says, oh yeah, party icon WeCon in Edinburgh. It's confirmed. I'll watch that online. And you can even attend the workshops for arts and stuff online. Keiki313 says, oh, thanks, Naja. I didn't know that. I will check it out. Troke4 says, rolling, laughing emoji, laughing straight up and down emoji. Naja, I'm workshop. At Keiki313 says, I've seen Fire posting about a workshop for building OFMD Muppet. Yay, I really want that. So much art and creativity. Let us sign off. If you guys have enjoyed this, do know that we do a Gay Pirate News Hour every Saturday, the first Saturday of every month at this general time. We
Not
also
every Saturday, only the first one.
The first Saturday of every month. That's what I meant to say. At this general time, we also have a podcast called the Our Flag Means Fanfiction podcast, available wherever you get your podcasts. And that's every week. We drop a new episode. We have been doing this every week since the cancellation, and we have like 56 episodes now. So we like 56 hours. You can drive from LA to India and boom, have us talking your ear off the whole time. We also have an Instagram, Our Flag Means Fanfiction, all one word. And until next time, do creations, be cringe, commit crime. And if you have something to say to us, by the way, I just had another pop into my head. If you want to be on an episode, if you want to read a podfic and have it on an episode, if you want to say something to us, email us at ourflagmeansfanfiction@gmail.com. Any last words? Anything that I missed? Until next time, do creation.
You got every single point. Nailed it. 100%.
Okay. Until next time, do creations, be cringe, commit crime. Bye.
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 And